नमो अरिहंताणं नमो सिद्धाणं नमो आयर्याणं नमो उवज्झायाणं नमो लोये सवसाहुणं ऐसो पंच नमो यारो सव पाव पनाशणो मंगलाणं स चौवेसिम पढ़मम हवई मंगलम। जय जिनेन बच्चों, I hope you all are doing well. As I mentioned, it's another sunny and hot day in Phoenix, about 100 plus degrees. So yeah, it's kind of, my air conditioning is already working and I'm sweating if you have not already noticed. Okay, so let's see. You are all in a different part of the world, right? Lot of cold still. Hmm. So you all know, right? We are doing Chahdhala by Pandit Daulat Ramji. We covered first dhal, and now guess what? We have already completed our second dhal as well. So in first dhal, our focus uh, was the sufferings and sorrows across all the four gatis. There is enough, right? I mean, it's not like we suffering is there only limited to narak gati or only to the subhuman types or animals kingdom. There is enough sorrow and suffering in human life as well as um, in the devgati, which is a surprise, but it is there, right? So it's not like everything is hunky dory in the devgati. So that was the gist of first dhal. Then we covered the second dhal. Second dhal's focus was, why is there suffering? What is the root cause that all this suffering and sorrow gets attached or get into the experiences of a human soul as it traversing through all these different life forms. Again, like, we are not talking about mukt soul or this free soul, but we are talking about the soul that's bonded with this world, the worldly souls or संसारिक soul, है ना? तो संसारिक सोल के पास में इतना सारा सॉरो और सफरिंग क्यों होता है हमेशा, है ना? तो उसका रीज़न जो बताया था, वो बताया था एक वर्ड, राइट? आई एम श्योर यू मस्ट बी रिमेम्बरिंग, मिथ्यात्व. Mithyatva is a collective word. It's a collective noun. Mithya-atva. Mithyatva. Collective noun that represent three things: मिथ्या दर्शन, मिथ्या ज्ञान एंड मिथ्या चारित्र, है ना? We started there and we did delved into the 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 what does it mean? What is mithya darshan? What are the different type of mithya darshans? मिथ्या ज्ञान एंड मिथ्या चारित्र, ऑल ऑफ देम, है ना? अच्छा, एक ब्रॉड क्लासिफिकेशन दैट वी कवर्ड वाज ग्रहित मिथ्यात्व एंड अग्रहित मिथ्यात्व, राइट? अग्रहित मिथ्यात्व इज वन that is lingering with a soul since the past life or past lives, to be more precise, right? Something that we have not accrued in this life by our conduct, by our thought process, by our philosophical affiliations, but something that has been there from our past lives, right? So we may have done some bad deeds in the past life, which, and that led to these mithyat, the agrahit type of mithyat getting attached to our soul and getting in fruition. So that's agrahit mithyat. Then we talked about grahit mithyat, something which is more in our control, right? And grahit mithyat is one that we are we have acquired or have been acquiring or will acquire in this life form, in the current life form that we are in. उसको हम क्या बोलते हैं? ग्रहित, one acquired, right? ग्रहित is a word, root word in Hindi. ग्रहित means to acquire, है ना? So उसको हम acquire कर रहे हैं अभी, तो उसको हम बोलते हैं ग्रहित मिथ्यात्व, ठीक है ना? तो ये हमने ब्रॉडली इसको कवर किया था, पर फिर इसको जब हमने फर्दर डाइसेक्ट किया, देन वी टॉक्ड अबाउट three things: Kudev, Kushastra, and Kuguru, or in other words, Kudev, Kudharam, and Kugurus, right? And then who they are, what do they represent, how do they look, right? Why do we consider them as Kugurus or Shastra or Kudev? Because they are not our well wishers. They may appear well wishers to us in short run, but when we talk from the perspective of upliftment of our soul, towards on the path of moksha, on the Shivpath, then surely these Kudevs, Kugurus, Kudharm are not our messiahs, not our saviors. है ना? On the contrary, there was a description of what a Sache Dev look like, what a Sache Guru look like, what are the traits of Sache Guru, what does a सच्चा धर्म teaches us, है ना? सो इन सब को हमने कवर किया था. जैसे जब हमने सच्चे देव की बात की, दैट टाइम वी कवर्ड दैट सच्चे देव मीन्स देव हु आर रिप्रेजेंटेड इन अ वीतरागी अवस्था. वीतरागी अवस्था मीन्स they are in meditative pose, they are above any kind of rag and dvesh, they are not carrying any symbols of rag and dvesh, that is attachment and aversion, no weaponry, no blessings, no smiles, no nothing, just a avastha, reflection of their meditative state, their being in the shukla dhyan. और वो क्या है? There are two three things to remember. One is they are in Digambar mudra, right? No attachment, no possessions of any kind, no clothes, nothing. Second, their eyes are half shut, right? And focused on the nose, tip of the nose. Drashti nasa pe dhare, है ना? And also they are in sitting or standing in a meditative posture. जैसे बाहुबली भगवान की आइडल हम देखते हैं, राइट? इट्स ए स्टैंडिंग अवस्था, कायोत्सर्ग अवस्था, representation of Bhagwan Bahubali. And then there are enough Pratimajis which are in Padmasana avastha, in the meditative pose. So सबसे important trait क्या है? They are in Padmasana और कायोत्सर्ग अवस्था. They are the idols of the Sache Dev. They are vitragi. They don't have any attachment of whatsoever kind. They do not reflect of any rag and dvesh, and they are in a meditative pose. They are always represented in a meditative pose. ठीक है ना? ये तो देव की डेफिनेशन हो गई, या उनकी जो आइडल्स होती है जिनके मंदिरों में जाके हम पूजा करते हैं, तो ये हमें देखना चाहिए. अगर आपको कहीं वीतरागी अवस्था के देव दिख रहे हैं तो डेफिनेटली यू शुड बाउ डाउन टू देम एंड यू शुड exhibit your humility and expression of reverence towards them. Beyond that, no, maybe not. Okay, because otherwise you will be subjected to मिथ्यात्व, है ना? आप मिथ्यात्व का पोषण करोगे. ठीक है, एक बात ये. इसी तरह से सच्चे गुरु की बात आई थी, तो क्या थी कि दे आर दिगंबर मुनिराज इन दिगंबर वेश, दे कैरी पिच्छी एंड कमंडलू, एंड दे walk bare feet, and they do kesh launchan, right? They pluck their hairs, है ना? तो ऐसे उनके सिंबोलिज्म है. ऐसे ही अगर आपको कोई गुरु देव दिखते हैं तो उनको आप सच्चे गुरु मान सकते हो. द ओनली एक्सेप्शन इज माता जी, आरिका माता जी, क्योंकि वो वाइट क्लैड रहती, लेकिन वो भी पिच्छी कमंडलू कैरी करती हैं, है ना? दे ऑल्सो कैरी पिच्छी कमंडलू, दे ऑल्सो डू केश लोंचन, एंड दे ऑलवेज प्रीच Jainism. They always talk about Tattva. They always will preach you from the perspective of Jainism. They will be exhibiting the Panch Mahavrats. If a guru or a is carrying these symbols and but is not exhibiting Panch Mahavrat, not following Panch Mahavrat, more importantly, then obviously they are not सच्चे गुरु. ठीक है. अब सच्चा धर्म क्या है? सच्चा धर्म इज द धर्म दैट टॉक्स अबाउट द पंच महाव्रत. मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंटली नॉन वायलेंस. अगर किसी धर्म में वायलेंस का एंडोर्समेंट है, राइट, इफ द देव्स एंड द गुरुज ऑफ दैट धर्म आर डूइंग एंडोर्समेंट ऑफ वायलेंस, देन दैट धर्म इज नो सच्चा धर्म. सिंपल इज दैट. और यहाँ जिस वायलेंस की हम बात कर रहे हैं वो सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट, सबसे पर्टिकुलरली संकल्पी हिंसा की है ना? संकल्पी हिंसा का तो कंप्लीट त्याग होता है श्रावक के लिए, है ना? क्योंकि वो अनंतानुबंधी कर्मों का बंध करवाती है. इसलिए हम उसको वी हैव टू अवॉइड इट एट ऑल कॉस्ट. ठीक है ना? फॉर जैन श्रावक देयर आर सम बेसिक टेनेट्स, वन ऑफ देम इज दैट. ठीक है ना? ये सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट बात है. तो अब ये मैंने एक बहुत ब्रॉड स्ट्रोक में आपको बता दिया हमने क्या कवर किया था श्लोक में, है ना? तो लेट मी नाउ शेयर द स्क्रीन एंड वी विल डू A quick revision of all with what I have already talked about, but in the structured order. ठीक है ना? Let's see. अच्छा बच्चों, whatever I said, is it making sense? Are you following what I am saying? Were you following what I was saying? Okay, good. I do see another kid. Is that? No, that's not Ihita. That's not Ipshita. Is that Ipshita? Oh yeah, she is. Okay, now I see that. I was like, what? Who is that kid? Maybe
Yeah, my hair is just really poofy because I washed it.
no worries, beta. No worries. I was like, I was not wearing my glasses and I was looking at. Okay, so let's see. हाँ, सबसे पहले अपन ने आज मंगलाचरण नहीं किया, वो हमें करना था, माय बैड. सो लेट्स डू मंगलाचरण. तीन भुवन में सार वीतराग विज्ञानता, शिव स्वरूप शिवकार, नमहु त्रियोग संहारिके. In this three worlds, in the three world, Vitrag Vigyanta is at the epitome. It is at the top. It is one that is considered as the summary of the three universes or three multiverses. And this Vitrag Vigyanta is Shiv Swarup. It is embodiment of moksha in itself and is one that causes moksha. By following the path as prescribed as per the Vitrag Vigyanta, one can attain moksha. A soul can, a bhavya jeev can attain moksha. And that is why I, Pandit Daulat Ramji, and all the readers of this shastra, me and you included, all who are doing swadhyaya on this shastra, with the complete, sync of our three yogs, man, vachan, and kai, we are bowing down to this science of Vitragta, this Vitragta Vigyan. Okay? So that's the Manglacharan. अच्छा, अब हम यहाँ एक कन्वर्सेशन कर रहे हैं, तो इसके लिए मुझे दो बच्चों की ज़रूरत पड़ेगी. लेट्स सी. ओके, हाउ अबाउट Ipshita, you be one of them because you were not there last time, so I will give you the chance this time, है ना? Let's see. Let me bring it in. No, not this mode. This mode is interesting. Okay, yeah. Do you see it in presentation mode, beta?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Okay. So ये हमने कर लिया, हाँ. तो mixed me and this is a mixed me and a real me conversation. So Arush, why don't you become the real me this time? Okay, and Ipshita you can be the mixed me. ठीक है?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's start. आप लोग को एक मिनट रुको बेटा, थोड़ा give me a second. I'm trying to full screen this. Let's see if that works. Entire screen. अच्छा. चलिए यहाँ से हम स्टार्ट करते हैं इसको. सो फर्स्ट इज द रियल मी सेइंग. आरुष, प्लीज गो हेड बेटा.
If we start worshipping gods and goddesses who are wearing clothes and keeping assets with them and have bad feelings for those who do not worship them, then are we following Mithya Darshan or not?
Okay, that's a question. So now mixed me is doing something. Go ahead.
Let my inner real me think.
Perfect.
Yes, we are, as we pray only to Vitarag Bhagwan.
Perfect. Question 2.
It is not really possible to know who is true Guru from inside, but can I know from outside?
What do you think, Ipshita? Can you know about a true guru from outside?
Yes.
Yes, the symbolism है ना. सबसे पहले उसको देखते हैं, but then we should not stop our assessment until we establish that they are true guru or not. We should have humility towards them, but we should still have our curiosity working to our advantage. We should be assessing, है ना. So before we get to their inside, we have to know about their outside and the outside exhibitions, है ना. Outside exhibition है, तो that's the first step. That means okay, let's first check. Let's we are it's like this. Okay, I think they are true gurus. Let me process further, है ना. चलो बोलिए.
Yes, we
No,
are.
so no, very sorry. I think I pressed wrong side. Yes.
Time to listen what my inner real me is thinking. Yes, we can, through the ling, which is their outside appearances. Like Muni, who is Nirgranth, means keep no clothes and assets, only Pichi and Kamandal for saving lives of other minute beings. Similarly, Arika ling and Chulak ling is also there.
Yes, so this word ling is important, right? Ling is a word that's used to describe the आउटवर्ड अपीयरेंस है ना. इसका लूज ट्रांसलेशन अपन कर लेते हैं अपीयरेंस, है ना. क्लोथिंग नहीं बोलूंगा क्योंकि मुनीक तो क्लोथिंग होती नहीं है उनको, है ना. इसलिए हम इसको बोलते हैं अपीयरेंस, राइट. सो जनरली स्पीकिंग वी से मुनीलिंग और दिगंबर मुनीलिंग, है ना, या निर्ग्रंथ अवस्था. फिर उसमें एक थोड़ा सा क्लासिफिकेशन किया है यहाँ पर, आरिका लिंग और शुल्लक लिंग. क्यों? क्योंकि आरिका लिंग में एक चीज़, एक एबरेशन हो जाता है और या एक एक्सेप्शन हो जाता है. वो हो जाता है कि दे वेयर अ वाइट क्लॉथ, दे आर वाइट साड़ी वेयरिंग, है ना. इसी तरह से जो शुल्लक होते हैं, जो कि व्रती होते हैं, हाई ग्रेड उद्दिष्ट श्रावक बोला जाता है उनको. जो शुल्लक होते हैं वो भी पिच्छी कमंडलू रखते हैं, लेकिन वो एक सिंगल क्लोथ, लायन क्लोथ वेयर करते हैं अनटिल उनकी दीक्षा नहीं हो जाती. एक बार उनकी दीक्षा हो जाती है तो वो भी मुनि अवस्था में चले जाते हैं, वो भी दिगंबर साधु बन जाते हैं, है ना. सो ये प्रोसेस है. ऐसा नहीं होता है कि किसी ने ऐसे एकदम बोला चलो मैं आज साधु बनता हूँ और वो कल उनको कोई साधु बना देता है. ऐसा नहीं होता है. देयर इज़ अ प्रोसेस. They have to go through learning process. They have to study hard. They have to prove themselves. They have to strengthen their vrat one step at a time. And when the guru thinks that they are ready to follow the path of tap, then only they become दिगंबर मुनीस, अदरवाइज नॉट, है ना. इसलिए कई बार ऐसा होता है कि बहुत सारे ऐसे उद्दिष्ट श्रावक होते हैं, वो बहुत सालों तक शुल्लक अवस्था में ही रहते हैं, क्योंकि उनकी इनर स्ट्रेंथ जो होती है श्रावक बनने की, वो पूरी एक ग्रो नहीं होती है एज पर देयर गुरुज. ठीक है ना. चलो आगे बढ़ते हैं. क्वेश्चन 3. गो अहेड आरुष.
If we start believing, like many others, that there's only one God, then what are we doing wrong? Then what wrong are we doing? A. Are we really understanding six dravya and seven tattva? B. Are we really understanding that infinite beings have become God so far? Or C. So are we not having mithya darsham and mithya jnana?
परफेक्ट. सो ये देर आर दीज 3 क्वेश्चंस देर, है ना. अब आपको इसमें से सही कौन सा है वो बताना है, तो लेट्स गो फॉरवर्ड.
What could be my answer?
व्हाट डू यू थिंक?
I think it's C.
Okay, let's see. Ah, Ihita is looking at you. She's like, let's see if she answers it right or not. Okay, let's see. Yes, it is C. And what is C? C is, so are we not having Mithya Darshan and Mithya Gyan? If we start believing like many others into the existence of a single God as the Almighty, God Almighty, or whatever name people use, right? Different traditions, that's their belief system, right? We like they, we are responsible and accountable for our belief system. We are not responsible and accountable for other people's belief system. We have to accept it as a fact, right? Because there are so many other people following the path, that path, but we don't have to believe in it. ठीक है ना. ये important है. वो लोग, there are people who believe in single God by different names, Almighty, Allah, whatever. That's their path, है ना. What we have to know is an answer as per our philosophical roots, and we are accountable to that philosophical root and that only. ठीक है ना. तो as per our belief system, there is no existence of a single almighty God, right? Every soul has a capacity of becoming God. Ihita can become God, not Ihita as a person, but Ihita as a soul. Arush can become God, Arham, Tattva, Sarthak, Ipshita, everyone, even my soul has the potential to become God, provided I follow the path. provided I elevate, I take my soul through the process of enrichment of tap, sanyam, and tyag, through the process of evolving meditation, dharm dhyan and shukla dhyan, auspicious dhyan. Through that process, I can go there. है ना? So, what is that? So, if we believe in one God, then obviously we are exhibiting मिथ्या दर्शन and मिथ्या ज्ञान. ठीक है ना? That is the answer. चलो आगे बढ़ते रहेंगे. हाँ, क्वेश्चन नंबर 4. बोलिए आरुष. You are on mute, Raja. You are still on mute, Raja. Now you're
Sorry.
on. Go ahead, go ahead.
If we start believing, like many others, that the whole universe has been created by one God, then A. Who created that God?
Isn't that a good question? Right? If we believe in a single God, then the question, the counter question should be, who created that God? How did the God come into the existence at the first place? Okay, let's see. Think. Answer.
Mostly likely, I answer would be no one. He is existing.
Okay, yeah. So very. Go ahead, Arush.
Very nice. So rather than believing that one person called God is self existing, why can't we believe that the whole universe is self existing and that nobody created it?
Yes, right? Because ultimately, how does this universe run? If there is no God who is running this universe, who is the executor of the universe, who is the creator, executor, and destroyer of this universe, then the question is, then how is this world working? This world is working. It's self-existing. It's self-sustaining. It's self-managed. That's what this world is. Because we define world in the terms of six dravya, right? Six dravya की बात करते हैं ना. With the interaction of this six dravya, this world is defined, right? One of those dravya is soul that we are, है ना? तो हम यहाँ ये बोल रहे हैं कि जैसे हम ये बोलते हैं ना कि भाई गॉड इज सेल्फ एग्जिस्टिंग, वैसे ही उसको एक्सटेंड करके वाई कांट वी से दिस होल मल्टीवर्स और यूनिवर्स इज सेल्फ एग्जिस्टिंग एंड दैट नोबडी क्रिएटेड इट, right? It's like physics. It's basic physics, right? Everything is responsible for its own creation, for its own evolution. Okay, makes sense.
Makes
Yes,
sense.
we can.
Yes,
Go ahead, beta.
makes sense. Yes, we can believe so.
Okay, question number 6, Arush.
So now, can you believe that there is no creator of the universe and it is self existing? The universe is composed of six dravya: Jeev, Ajeev, Dharm, Adharm, Akash, and Kal. Your belief in eight karmas and seven tattva will enhance to
Um, yes, I can believe that there is a universe which is self-existing and nobody created.
when we happen to come across idols of other god and goddesses at that time, how should we greet them?
We can say Jai Janendra that them. They will also respect that gesture.
Yes, Jai Jinendra is a mark of equality. It's a salutation that we use for souls that are at our level in their tap, tyag, and sanyam. Right? What is the scale? The scale of tap, tyag, sanyam, and meditation. The scale of vitragta. On that scale, anybody who is at the same level as ours, so all the sadharmis, right? We do the salutation of Jai Jinendra. So now the question is, when we come across Devi Devtas of different denominations, different belief systems, uh, you know, uh, demigods and demigoddesses and whatnot, right? What should be our expression so that we don't come out as sticklers, so that we don't come out as somebody who is disrespectful. सबसे अच्छा क्या है? Just use Jai Jinendra to them. है ना? You don't have to bow down to them. You don't have to say, take them as your god and goddesses, right? And set them at the same pedestal as Vitragi Bhagwan. Rather, just say Jai Jinendra and move on. ठीक है? That is what this conversation, this question is suggesting. है ना? Which is a respectful gesture, yet it is not that we are doing their vandana or their puja. Their vandana and puja is one that leads to mithya darshan, mithya gyan, and mithya charitra. And that is what we should avoid at every cost. ठीक है? Okay. Ipshita, you have a question?
Yeah. So like, let's say like we've been invited to a puja and it's like for like Ganpati or something. So like,
Perfect.
since we're there, like, and everyone's clapping, like it's fine if we're clapping, but we're not like worshiping. And is it fine if we like take the arti? Or should we not?
You have to mark your boundaries, beta, somewhere, है ना? तो being there is fine, right? We are human beings, we have friends beyond Jainism, Jain paths, and we should be respectful to their path, not necessarily follow their path, है ना? So going there is yes, right? Participating in some social activity out there is yes, okay? Sitting there is fine. Maybe clapping, okay, right? But doing arti and puja is a
No,
no.
not doing it. Like, let's say like when it's done, you know how we do like Sri Yashikar, like
No,
that. Like if they like give it to everyone.
no, because that would be an endorsement, है ना? So that's where you mark that would be an endorsement of their belief system or मिथ्यात्व. Let's not say their belief system, let's say मिथ्यात्व, है ना? क्योंकि आरती का एक सिग्निफिकेंस होता है, राइट? इट्स लाइक वी आर taking some vibes from there, right? So if we express that kind of symbolism, then we are taking those vibes out there. So थोड़ा सा वहाँ पे अपना डिस्क्रिशन लगा देना चाहिए. कई बार हम फंस जाते हैं, देखो कई बार हम फंस भी जाते हैं, है
What
ना?
if we
तो
take prasad? Would that?
भूख लगती है तो खाना खाते हो ना, वैसे खा लो उसको,
ठीक है.
ठीक है ना? है ना? बट कई बार हम फंस जाते हैं, है ना? तो जब आप फंस जाते हैं ना, तो जय जिनेंद्र बोल के निकल जाओ, ठीक है ना? किसी ने आपके आगे आरती कर ली, ठीक है, तो इट्स ओके, यू कैन डू दिस जेस्चर एंड मूव ऑन. इन योर हार्ट यू शुड बी स्ट्रांग, right?
Yeah.
You should say Jai Jinendra and do that and move on, right? But not like dying to take the arti. वो
Oh
जैसे
yeah, no.
mob
It's
mentality
just like they
kicks
just
in.
go around to everyone and they're like,
Yes, sometimes that's okay. But if you get into the mob mentality, अरे सब आरती ले रहे, मैं भी rush कर रहा हूँ, no? Then you are trying to, sort of endorse that belief system, है ना? वो मिथ्यात्व का पोषण होता है. कहीं पे आपको अपनी बाउंड्री मार्क करनी पड़ेगी, okay? And humility, विनय is one thing, but विनय मिथ्यात्व नहीं होना चाहिए, है ना? हमने पढ़ा है ना एक विनय मिथ्यात्व के बारे में. टाइप ऑफ मिथ्यात्व में एक विनय मिथ्यात्व भी होता है, कि कई बार हम मिथ्यात्व इसलिए करने लग जाते हैं क्योंकि एज अ ह्यूमिलिटी, अरे माय पेरेंट्स आर फॉलोइंग दैट सो आई हैव टू फॉलो, माय बेस्ट फ्रेंड इज डूइंग अ गणपति पूजा सो आई हैव टू डू दैट. दैट्स ओके. माय सन्स friend had Hanuman puja at their home. We went there, he went there, no, and then all we said when he was alighting, his mom said was, मिथ्यात्व का पोषण मत करना बेटा. So what who do? He participated. He sat there. He ate banana, the prasad. He was hungry, like Ita is, है ना? And being around, right? Being his friend is a good friend, and he just followed. As a they invited him, and you should be respectful of the host. So did he do. बट अब सोचो, इसको थोड़ा एक्सटेंड कर लो. किसी के यहाँ पर कोई देवी देवता की पूजा है जिसमें दे आर डूइंग अ बलि, अ सेक्रीफाइस, लेट्स से अ गोट सेक्रीफाइस. क्या करोगे? अब वो गोट मार के आपके
I
पास
don't
लेके आ गए.
say Namakar mantra in your head. Or like say it quietly.
नहीं नहीं,
You
इसमें
just
थोड़ा
have to.
और देखना पड़ेगा.
Should we
सोचो
not
वो लोग,
smell?
वो ऐसा कर रहे हैं, है ना, उन्होंने एक गोट को किल कर दिया, आपके सामने किल किया, ठीक है, आप वहाँ खड़े हो, उन्होंने किल किया, तो पहले तो किल किया, आपने कुछ बोला नहीं, राइट? तो यू हैड द यू हैड इन अ वे यू एंडोर्स दैट एक्ट, राइट? सेकंड चीज़ क्या हुई? उसके बाद उन्होंने वो जो भी मीट वीट बना उसको आपको ऑफर किया, बोला ये प्रसाद है, क्या करोगे?
Then I say just say no, thank you.
राइट? अब
Or
बोलेंगे
I'm
मैं
not
तो
hungry.
आई एम नॉट हंग्री, ओके, नो, इन दैट सिचुएशन यू हैव टू स्टैंड योर ग्राउंड। फर्स्ट एंड फॉरमोस्ट, बी वेरी माइंडफुल ऑन वेयर यू आर गोइंग, है ना? अगर आपको पता है कि इस तरह की उनका बिलीफ सिस्टम है, देन द बेस्ट थिंग फॉर यू इज टू एक्सक्यूज योर सेल्फ आउट ऑफ दैट सिचुएशन एट द फर्स्ट प्लेस, मोस्ट बेस्ट पाथ आउट, ठीक है ना? सबसे पहले तो ये करो, उस जगह जाना ही क्यों, राइट? ऐसी जगह जाना ही नहीं, तो फंसना ही नहीं, तो यू शुड बी माइंडफुल, you should be more mindful and check before, don't assume, check, right? If you know ki ha somebody is following of a particular faith where their belief system involve killing of animals, then you should be more mindful in checking, in probing first hand, right Udyan? है ना? Then after that you apply your discretion, right? Excuse yourself out of it, for whatever reason आप फंस जाओ कहीं, तो क्या करना है? यू हैव टू फाइंड द फर्स्ट अपॉर्चुनिटी टू लीव दैट स्पॉट, ठीक है ना? वहाँ रहने से भी एंडोर्समेंट होगा, वहाँ स्टैंड करने से भी एंडोर्समेंट होगा, यहाँ वायलेंस हो रही है, ठीक है ना? यहाँ कोई एक सिंपल एक्ट ऑफ काइंड जेस्चर नहीं हो रहा है, ऐसा नहीं हो रहा है कि कोई आरती कर रहा है विच इज़ लाइक जनरली नॉट नॉट हार्मिंग एनीबडी, राइट? तो आप वहाँ रुक सकते हो, लेकिन अब वो तो किलिंग कर रहे हैं ना, दे आर किलिंग समबडी देयर, जीव आउट देयर, दे आर टेकिंग अवे अ लाइफ, वहाँ खड़े होने से भी क्या मतलब है? यू हैव टू जस्ट मूव अवे फ्रॉम दैट सिचुएशन एट द फर्स्ट अपॉर्चुनिटी, nobody can stop you from doing that, right? If they are your good friends, they will not stop you, and they expect you to be respectful of their belief system, they have to exhibit the same behavior. If they are not, they are not, no, not your good friends, just avoid them next time. Mr. Udyan, I hope you are paying attention, है ना? ओके, तो ये इंपॉर्टेंट है। हाँ जी, हिता, व्हाट इज योर क्वेश्चन?
So like before when we were like younger, there used to be like a lot of snakes in our street, and like um our neighbors, like they're not like chained, so they used to like take
Kill
it.
them?
Yeah. It was one time.
I know.
So like we used to turn our backs around and just knock our mantra. So like would that work, or would we have to like go home?
दो चीज़ें हैं बेटा, जैसे मेरे साथ भी एपिसोड हुआ, राइट? आई मीन वी हैव स्कॉर्पियंस अराउंड आवर नेबरहुड, फिनिक्स इज नोन फॉर इट, एवरीवन गेट्स बिटन बाय स्कॉर्पियन एट लीस्ट वंस, आई गॉट बिटन, यू नो, दे कम इन योर होम ऑल्सो, है ना? या दे डू,
Does it
in the
hurt?
night time in
A
summer.
lot.
Oh yeah, it's stingy, you know, you get sort of a paralytic feeling at times, like
Oh.
you feel like shh, no, lot of sensation, even when you drink water, you feel like the water is going through your esophagus. Anyways, that said, what do we do inside our home? We, whenever we see a scorpion, general practice here is, जैसे कोई scorpion देखता है वो, people go and just stomp on them, they kill them right away, baby scorpion, whatever, that's the general practice around, white people, Americans, even Indians, they do that. But what do? We have a katori, we just put a katori on that being, right? And then we have a catcher, like there is a catcher we got, उससे वो उसको slide in करके, we pick him up, pick the scorpion up, and then we just step out of the home and just go to a empty spot, and we just throw them away, right? That's what we do ourselves in the house, and we have to do that multiple times during summer, like almost every other night. And I'm not talking about like outside, I'm talking about inside the house, ground floor, right? But you have to do that. You have to do that, right? Ab Once I was standing with my neighbor and white guy, good friend of mine, and he saw a scorpion and he right away wanted to stomp on him. What was my immediate reaction? No, no, please don't do that. Let him pass. He's outside of the home, and he's just roaming around. Why? What do we have a need to kill him? Right? एक को kill करोगे बेटा, there are thousands of them around in your garden, in your backyard. We don't, just that we don't see them. They are there. है ना? There is no need for us to kill them because it's not like by killing one you are taking away the danger. There is enough danger lurking around you anyways, and it's not like a danger. It's not like somebody would die with a sting of a scorpion. You will be discomforted, of course, no doubt about that, at least for 3 nights. That was my experience. My wife's experience was different, right? So everyone has a different experience. All I'm saying is, you have to speak up also at times. है ना? Don't do this or don't kill. Like once we had a small baby snake fell in our swimming pool, right? And the snake, I think our theory is that the snake was taken away by a bird, and the snake it lost the grip and the snake fell on in the pool. So the snake was still living. My wife had picked her up with a rake, and she walked all the way out to about 100 meters or whatever outside of our neighborhood into towards the woods, and then she let the snake go. Right? I have a friend who had a snake in their front yard. They have a bucket. He put a bucket on the snake, drill some holes in the bucket so the snake can breathe, the air can go in, and then with some effort put a lid on the box, and then carried the snake away, threw them in the jungle. Right? Who should be our inspiration? Bhagwan Parshnath, isn't it? राइट? पार्श्वनाथ भगवान की स्टोरी है ना, याद है? जब वो राजकुमार थे एंड कमठ वाज डूइंग द यज्ञ, राइट? एंड भगवान हैड seen that there is snake. He was more mindful. He saw there are couple snake in that wood, right? And he tried to save the snake. He said, oh, no, no, don't do this. There is a snake in this body, in this log, right? You should be mindful. And when the kamat, the sadhu kamat, uh, op- broke open the log, he actually found half burnt snakes there, who were actually the souls of that later became Dharnendra and Padmavati, and came to, you know, with their humility and their devotion towards Bhagwan, they came to do seva of Bhagwan, right? When Kamat was doing the upsarg. So, saving one soul today, potentially there is not like potentially, it is going to happen that that soul will come to your rescue in later at later time, in this life or beyond. Always have that positive thought with you. So if somebody is trying to kill an animal for no reason, right? Not in defense, just like a reaction, subconscious reaction, then you should speak up. When I spoke up to my friend, right, white guy, don't kill the scorpion, he was respectful of my, he said, oh yeah, I'll not do that in your company. So he smirked and he laughed and he said, oh yeah, I'll never do it in your company, right?
Yeah,
And
my
being a follower of his faith, he is very respectful of my belief system. He never do that in front of me, right? And that's good enough for me to begin with. At least I have given him a thought about my own belief system. If I don't speak up, then I am like other brown people. What is difference between me and other brown people then? There has to be, right? We are followers of the Jain faith, है ना? और हमारा एक बिलीफ सिस्टम है, हमारी एक फिलॉसफी है जो बहुत रिच है. इट्स बेस्ड अपॉन नॉन वायलेंस, इजंट इट? राइट उदयन? ओके, चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं. व्हाट इज द एट्थ क्वेश्चन? गो ahead, Arham. No, no, who's to do that? Yes, go ahead, Arham. No, not Arham, my bad, Arush.
Do you agree that we should have short term goals and long term goals both?
Yes, we have short-term and long-term goals in our life. We plan some things for less than a year and some for more years.
Very nice. So you see, we can also see that whatever we do for our present lifetime is a short-term goal, and things which will carry forward to next further life or to moksha can be long-term goals. So do you agree we should have both?
Yes, like the studies that we need to do for a living, we do retirement planning. All these come in planning till death. But we need to do planning which we will carry forward further too, till we attend moksha, and that will be our long-term planning.
We are always careful of what is good or right and what is wrong or bad in life. Like it is right time to start this venture or not, etc. Will the other person feel good about something or not, etc. Similarly, we should be careful in seeing that asrav and band are bad and sanvar, nirjara are good. Also, we should be very careful about the fact that our short-term present life goals are not hindering our long-term goal of attaining moksha. So can you suggest a few examples that will prevent asrav and band from happening?
We should be careful of rag-dvesh, love, passion, and hatred. The four kashai, stress, orakulta, and five sins to prevent ashram. We should be calm and peaceful in every situation as much as we can and not react to prevent band.
You might be wondering that can we apply seven tattva knowledge into daily life, also along with spiritual life?
Yes, if we understand Jeev Tattva and Ajeev Tattva, we will ponder upon real characteristics of Jeev and that only and that what as Jeev we actually are. If we understand that Ashraf Tattva and Ban Tattva are bad for us, then we will control our anxieties, all negative thoughts, bad and sinful acts. We will bear the consequences of karma peacefully. Thus, our present life will become very beautiful too, and we will accelerate in everything we plan to do. Maybe study, sports, career or anything else.
Good job. So remember one other thing when we were going through these shloks of second dhal, one way of understanding the mithyat was the bhool, the aberrations or bhool का word क्या होगा? The हाँ तत्व की भूल, right? So that were the aberrations in the belief on the tattva, right? That's how mithya darshan was explained, है ना? So seven तत्व होते हैं और seven तत्व की corresponding भूल होती है, राइट उस भूल की वजह से मिथ्या दर्शन होता है योर फेथ इज becomes false faith if your faith is dependent on these aberrations of jeev and ajeev. If your understanding is lacking or if your understanding is wrong around these tattva, that leads to mithya darshan, and mithya darshan then leads to mithya gyan and mithya charitra, है ना? तो सबसे पहले मिथ्या दर्शन को रिजॉल्व करना बहुत ज़रूरी है और उसके लिए वी हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड दी एबरेशंस और द फॉल्स अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ द तत्व, राइट? एक बार वो समझ आ जाता है उसके बाद में इट इज़ वेरी इजी फॉर अस टू अप्लाई अवर डिस्क्रिशन एंड स्टे ऑन द पाथ ऑफ ऑन द ट्रू अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ द सेवन तत्व बेसिकली. ठीक है ना? Okay. Let's keep going. Let's see what's next out here. Okay. Wait. Is this the last question? Give me a second, beta. I think this was the last question. Let me just double confirm once. It appears like. What just happened here? Okay, yeah. It's a bit slow in rendering. Give me a second, okay? Yes. So this was the last question, है ना? So this completes our revision or review of the second dhal. What I would suggest you is next time we have to do um, the quiz, right? So you all should come prepared. do at least one review of all the presentation slides. That way, you can do you would remember the answers, and anyways, this review will also guide you a lot. Okay? Okay. Let's do one last thing for today, and then we'll call it a class, and that is Bhaktambar Shlok. Okay, so let me open that up. The Bhaktambar Shlok, where are they? Yeah, the PDF. Yes, fifth and sixth. That's what we have to do today. Hmm. Open with Google Docs, maybe. Oops. Okay. Anyways, if it's visible here, we will just cover here. Okay. Whoever knows these, please recite with me. If not, then just follow the English transliteration. Okay. सोऽहं तथापि तव भक्तिवशान्मुनीश कर्तुं स्तवं विगतशक्तिरपि प्रवृत्तः प्रीत्यात्मवीर्यमविचार्य मृगो मृगेन्द्रम् नाभेयति किं निजशिशौ परिपालनार्थम्. Now, what does it mean? Let's see. O Lord of Ascetics, that is Bhagwan Adinath, I am that who is powerless, means inexpert, but got ready to sing in your praise. It is beyond my control due to my devotion towards you, such as does a do does a doe not face a lion without thinking of her power to save her fawn? Her love for her baby makes it beyond her control. So, like when a bird of prey or when an animal of prey uh, is faces a lion and the lion is about to eat their kid, their baby, then somehow the weak, that bird of prey or the animal of prey also get the strength to fight back a lion. Same way, I may be a weak and timid person, but I have the energy and devotion towards you, which is giving me enough to sing your praise. This is what Acharya Manatung said while creating this particular strange, this particular shlok. That's his inner feeling. That's his mark of his, complete devotion towards Bhagwan Adinath. How much faith he had in Bhagwan Adinath's capacity. That's what it calls out. The next shlok goes like this. अल्पश्रुतं श्रुतवतां परिहासधाम त्वद्भक्तिरेव मुखरीककुरुते बलान् माम् यत्को किलः किल मधौ मधुरं विरोति तच्चाम्रचारुकलिका निकरेक हेतुः. Stanza 6, impelled by devotion. What does it say? Although I am underskilled, although intellectual ones are going to laugh at me, indeed my devotion is forcing me to hum or sing or talk in your praise. Such as certainly koel is impelled to sing melodiously because of bunches of beautiful buds on mango trees in the spring season. The comparison, right? So, this is a mark of humility and devotion, complete devotion towards Bhagwan, right? And it's mark of humility. Dekho, Acharya Mantung was a revered person. He was a master grammarian, a master craft person of shlok and of a strange with lot of riddhis. Yet he is mentioning himself as one who is unskilled. This is mark of his humility, right? In front of Bhagwan Adinath, he is projecting himself as one who is unskilled, lacking any kind of intellectualism. Although he had all that, we have seen that. That's why his hymns, his stotra is still recited 2000 years down the line, about 2000 years, or maybe, yeah, around that. At least at least more than 1500 years down the line, right? So that means that Bhaktamar Stotra has some magic into it, that we still believe in it. We still believe in the power of it. है ना? So although Acharya Manatung is saying that he is unskilled and intellectual, yet the what he created is amazing and it is so magical. Make sense? Okay. So I think that is it. That is it. That's what we wanted to cover today. Okay? Any question for me before we end? Remember, next class we'll be doing the quiz. Quiz on Dhal 2. कोई क्वेश्चन है बेटा? उदयन, सार्थक, आरुष? No question? Hita, Ipshita, Arham, quiet today. Arham was very quiet today. I hope Arham and Tattva were actually listening and not just twiddling fingers. Okay. चलिए अब लेट्स डू दी जिनवाणी स्तुति एंड वील एंड द क्लास टुडे. ठीक है? तीर्थंकर की ध्वनि गणधर ने सुनी, अंग रचे चुनी ज्ञानमयी, जो सो जिनवर वाणी शिव सुखदानी, त्रिभुवन मानी पूज्य भई. जिनवाणी के ज्ञान से पूजे लोकालोक, ते वाणी मस्तक धरूं देहूं सदा धोक. हे जिनवाणी भारती माँ, तो हे जपू दिन रैन, जो तेरी शरण आ गए माँ, सो पावे सुख चैन. सर्वमंगल्य मांगल्यम सर्वकल्याण कारणम, प्रधानम सर्वधर्मानम, जैनम जयतु शासनम, जैनम जयतु शासनम. जय जिनेन्द्र बच्चों.
Jai Jinan.
जय जिनेन्द्र.
Jai Janendra.
Bye for now.